Monday, January 15th. It's Martin Luther King Day, holiday here in the United States. I had the day off work. I'm going to go spend some time with some family later. Want to get some coding in before that, but before that, I'm going to go for a run. We got all this beautiful snow last night. It's gorgeous. All right, let's get started. Xcode, why are you doing this to me? Xcode, come on. Oh, there we go. Okay, now it works. We still need to finish the class though. So, back to focus mode. All right, let's give this thing a shot here. What I've done is I've taken that image view that's where the card is lifted and made it its own class, and then gave it the ability to show the action that the user is about to perform. So whether that's delete, hide, favorite, depending on the user's preferences, it'll pull that setting in. Actually, I need to add the code to pull the actual setting in. It's just defaulting to the delete favorite, which is the default config for that control. But it's going to pull in that option and show it to the user so they know what they're about to do. So let's see if that even works at all. Come on, simulator, you can do it. Any day now. Okay, so I click in here, and then boom. Now, of course, I forgot to set the alpha, so it really just takes the color, just takes the entire screen. So now if I do that, yay, now you can actually see the image still. A few more things we need to do before it's even going to be anywhere close to ready. One is we need to make sure that the color only stays on the image. Right now, the way I've been laying it out, the card is as big as the entire carousel. So it's not just going over the actual image. The other piece of that, we need to give it some more rotation. So as you swipe, it should kind of twist a little bit, I think, to just give it that extra feel of pop and more interactivity. So a lot of different apps do that. As you swipe a photo, it'll sort of spin the photo a little bit and give it a, I guess you'd call it like a parallax, and it feels really nice. But first, I need to get some water. Good morning, Hans. How are you doing? Having a good morning? Yeah. All right, let's get back to work. Okay, so I wasn't sure if that was even gonna work, so I had to build and run before I showed you guys, but if you check it out, I build and run. I changed the way the constraints and auto layout works around that card. So when I swipe it, you just see that highlighted. So if you notice on this animation, I'm going to turn on slow animations here on the simulator. When I let go, watch where that gray area is by the image, because that's going to re-show before the card gets back to its place. So it's sort of this dual position. Watch. See how that shows before the image comes back? So we need to fix that. So if I'm back here and I let go, yeah. So now you don't. Okay, I gave the math here my best shot. I'm not a math wizard, but I need to just make this thing spin as we move it. So let's see here. If I drag this, whoa, that is too much. Okay, so I read up a little bit more on radians and degrees and all of that geometry and refreshed my memory because I hadn't had to deal with this in a while. So yeah, now if we drag, we get this nice fun rotation. All right, so this is my wife Lauren.
Hi.
And we're gonna go spend some time with family on this holiday, and then I'll get back with you guys later and we'll work on that swipe control some more. All right, it's 5 o'clock and we're back from family fun time, and that means it's time to get back and work on this app. We only have a little bit more to finish up before the swipe gesture is done, so let's get started. Trying to think about this control here. I don't know if I want to do something different about the amount of space you need to swipe. I think I might want to make it a little bit broader, but that's another topic. So let's go in here though and change the configuration. If I go into primary photo controls and I choose hide and favorite, then I should be able to see that as my, nope. Okay, so I'm getting the color, but I'm not getting the icon for hide. Great, now we see the proper icons and the proper colors for either of those, but nothing really happens for the action of these. So if I swipe on either one of these, they're not going to actually do anything. Okay, so now if I build and run, let's see, I think this should work. So I'm gonna go in here and change my configuration back to the default because this just works for me so much better. So if I go in here though to a photo, I choose I want to mark it to delete, I let go, and then it marks it delete down in the bottom toolbar, also in the side thumbnail, and it all works. Oh, here's a problem though, I need to fix this. So if I mark an image to delete and then I swipe again, shouldn't it mark it to undelete? Okay, so I think this makes sense. So if you swipe once, you favorite it, you swipe again to sort of unfavorite it, and this is how Halide, the camera app, does it. So that should be good. So yeah, I think this is good. I'm going to call it a day. I think there's a lot of edge cases there with those states of like what's marked to delete, what's marked to favorite, and all that stuff. I think I want to abstract that out and add some unit tests around that, but that's kind of just boring stuff. I'm not really building anything visual, so I think I'm gonna just take care of that outside of the vlog. But yeah, you guys got to see what it's like to build this feature, and now it actually works. So if I go here and mark an image to delete, oh, that's a bug. Okay, so now this should actually work, and it was working before, but the thing was it wasn't enabling the done button if you just decide to delete one photo, mark one photo to delete. So now see the done button's disabled, but then if I mark that photo to delete and then I hit done, it'll load and it'll say, do you want to delete this photo? Yes, I do. Boom, done. Yeah, rate best photos, haha, in the simulator. Can you please get out of here? I need to finish filming the videos. Okay, I need to finish filming videos. Yeah. You can hang out there, okay? No, no. One of my app developer friends on Twitter, Kyle Fox, who I worked with at a previous job, wrote me and gave some great feedback. He said, "Well done. Swipe to delete is just begging for some haptic feedback." I completely agree, Kyle. And Halide has a great example of a similar swipe interface to check out as well. I also completely agree about that. For those who don't know, Halide is a really great camera app that just gives you more manual control over the camera in your iPhone. If you're that kind of person and want to manually set the shutter speed and the ISO and all that, it's a great option. You can also, but if you go into the camera roll part of that, it allows you to swipe one way or another to delete or favorite a photo. And I totally agree on the haptic feedback. It's a little bit tough for me to show that in the blog, so I think I'm gonna add that after this video goes up, but you'll definitely see that when this feature goes live. And for those of you who might not know, haptic feedback is sort of that, if you have a iPhone 7, 7 Plus, 8, 8 Plus, or 10, it's that kind of bump you get in your hand when you're doing something on the phone that's kind of like a big action and has, I don't know, the developer wants you to feel some kind of a oomph, like you flipped a switch. So I still have a few other features that I want to add for this next release, but the biggest feature, this swiping back and forth, it's been implemented. Yeah, there might be a few little tests, maybe some code cleanup, fixing a few bugs, but it's there. Thanks so much for tuning in and watching this. I hope to continue this as I finish this release and then build other releases and other apps. And I'm kind of working on this concept, so feel free to leave comments below of feedback, things you like, things you don't like. I'd love to hear it. Also love to hear if you have downloaded Best Photos and checked it out, things you'd like to see in the app, maybe things that you find difficult or challenging or annoying. Love any of that feedback. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. It helps others find these videos. And also, if you want to stay tuned to more on this series and watch me finish this release it to you on the App Store, stay tuned for that, along with probably some other reviews and other little bits of content sprinkled in there as well. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.